what is going on YouTube? So right here is kind of a square, and you can see a bunch of fuzzy and small stuff over here. These are all the flies I've tied so far, well, except for one over here in my wall. That's a woolly bugger, my first one. I messed up on it, so that's why it's not on here. These are actual fishable. Well, I don't know about this one, but all of these are fishable. Well, you can fish it with this middle one. It's just, I don't know if I can get the string through the hole right in there. But, yeah, so I've tied 3 woolly buggers, 2 usable ones. I've tied, one, what was it? Woolly worm with hackle, Montana nymph, and another Montana nymph. Just without the top pieces over it. So here's the hackle. So I don't know how these are gonna do. He didn't teach us if they were dry or wet flies, but definitely I know the woolly bugger is a wet fly. Over here I kind of have 2, beginner elk hair flies. So here's the first one. It's elk hair, dubbing, and a grizzly hackle feather. Just one. Kind of give it nice look. It's offset. I need to work on that, like making sure my flies aren't offset, like the tying and everything. I've been having a problem with that. Then here's the one I made this week. It's just a little tiny one. It's got some elk hair here, and then the head. But yeah, this is a size 10-ish hook, I believe. You can see some elk hair. There's some furnace hackle in there. Very small furnace hackle though, so nothing too noticeable with that fly. Then over here I have my Orvis flies, I believe they're called, or mayflies, or Davis fly. Yeah, so there's kind of my first try. I'll try fishing with it. I think the wing's way too long, and I might just wrap it around and make it a pretty big dry fly. A nice hackle on the front. I don't know. It just depends. And then it's got an elk hair tail. If you can see that, just all the elk hair right here. Not the best, but yeah, I just kind of licked it. But yeah, so that's kind of what it's going to look like in the water. It's going to have a split. Or it's going to look like that. Something along those lines. But yeah, yet again, just some grizzly hackle here and a grizzly hackle feather. And then we have the Davis fly right here. But yeah, so right here is the one that I tied this week. Instead of having an elk hair tail, it's got a pretty musty tail. I know these aren't supposed to, the tails on these, the Davis fly, I think it is, but isn't really supposed to be that big. But fish don't really care, honestly. I'm not saying you should quit fly tying and just like stop caring about what you tie and everything, but fish don't really care as long as it looks edible. So yeah, then I got 2 grizzly wings, so not as long as that one, but they're a little different sized. Fish won't really matter. Then what did I use? I used the same exact thing for the hackle, or the neck of it, or whatever you want to call it. Okay, so going on to these, I want to review my woolly buggers because I like them, so I'll get those out. Okay, so I'll start with my second woolly bugger that I made, the one that I'll be able to stick the string through, which kind of fell down here. But yes, this is a woolly bugger right here. Very, very big. The tail. Very, long and poofy. Just the neck on it. It's got a cone head on it. But yeah, nothing much to it. It's just a size 5, 6 hook. And then I think this one's no, yeah. Then this one's a size 6 hook again. But yeah, so I used a bead head for that one. But yeah, so this is my second one. It's got a pretty big collar. They told me to make a pretty big collar, so I made a pretty big collar. But yeah, so this is just an all black or blackish purplish one, whatever you want to call it. So yeah, there's that one. Yeah, let me put that one back in. Put the other one aside. I just got, oh, by the way, this, if you're wondering, it came from that. It's a sleeping pad. I needed to cut it down a little, and then also I figured I could use the scraps from it and make boards, or whatever you want to call them. I'm gonna stick them in a box or something until I can get an actual fly box. But yeah, so this one is way better. I used a bead head for it. But yeah, so it's got chenille, grizzly hackle for the kind of the body, the hackle on the body. I can't tell if you can see that, but right in here. And then for the neck, I used the same thing I used for the hackle on the other one. Instead of the cone head, I used a bead head. Just chenille. This was single wrap chenille, so it's not a thick body. But yeah. And then in the back right here, I trimmed it down a little. I know I'm not supposed to do that, but it's got some Flashabou right here, and then it's got kind of a green and kind of greenish, blackish tinge to it, because I put a green feather and a black feather right by each other, and then I put a little black on the other side. But yeah, so it's got a multicolored, so fish hopefully will bite this and everything. So yeah, that's all for today, guys. Hope y'all like this.